All right, here we go. Once again, Mike Baraski getting ready for some postseason basketball, 4A classification. But don't forget the Allegheny Health Network Sports Medicine Game of the Week tomorrow. It is Avonworth and Highlands. And we'll have opposing coaches on the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday show right after local news at 11. But you've got Freeport at Lincoln Park coming up Friday. Also Beaver at Knock, Quaker Valley at Uniontown, Central Valley at Hampton. All four games coming up the 16th at 7 o'clock. All right, let's talk about your basketball team. Obviously, WPIAL, PIAA champ last year. You've got some great players on this basketball team, a couple of big-time recruits, Malik Thomas and Cummings. So you got what it takes, but anything can happen this time of year.
Yeah, as my assistant's known as Will Lucas, who's filming this, knows my assistant, that I take nothing for granted.
Right.
He's told me several times, why do you spend hours watching games? And I just do, because everything makes me nervous. Before every game we play, walking around, I'm in the bathroom 10 times, I don't eat all day. My superstitions with the stuff I wear. But I've always been that way, so you don't take anything for granted, because I've walked into situations where you should win, you have to win, and you lose. So you have to be prepared, you have to be ready for whatever's coming, no matter how good they are, no matter how bad you may think they are. You can't let the kids know that. You can't, here's the big thing. Once we get to the playoffs, and we really don't do it during the year a lot, I don't do film with the kids. I don't have a film session with the kids, so they can get a false sense of how bad or how good a team is. We just we tell them things, we tell them what we want, and we just go out and do that.
Listen, Pitt got a big win the other night. I love what they're doing, Coach Capel. We are always thinking Pitt around here, and Mr. Cummings is headed there. I got to ask you, what's the latest on Thomas? All sorts of people wanting him, but no decision yet.
Malik's is unique talent, and funny story. We're in here with John Calipari. Kentucky came up to see him.
How awesome is that?
Yeah. So we're actually, Calipari and I are sitting over there. Malik's sitting right where you are, and his other assistant that played for Orlando Antigua was sitting here.
Yeah.
So now with visits, it used to be you were only allowed to have 5, but now it's unlimited. So kids can go unlimited. And Calipari said, if I were you, I'd call up University of Hawaii, tell them you're interested, let them come out on a free trip. Come on, Malik, let them go out. So. And I think Malik's he's down to 12 or even 10, I think now. I couldn't tell you who they are.
What makes this kid so special, Coach?
Oh, my God. He has the intangible of he wants to be better all the time. And he is totally engaged all the time. And he eats, sleeps, dreams basketball. Leaves practice, goes, works out. Comes to school, goes work out. Shoots when it's lunch. It's the thing unique about him in a timeout, guys are drinking water, everything, he's staring right in my eyes, sucking up everything we got to say. So he wants to be coached, he wants to be better, and plus he's 6'4", 6'5", long as long can be, jump out of the gym, shoot it, handle it, everything. You got there's 5 things that they want in major college. He got all 5. Sometimes kids only have 4 and they end up at Division II or mid-majors. This kid got high-level everything.
Lots to get to with Mike Baraski. Let's just kind of talk about this great community. As big as this whole thing has become, this is my St. Anthony's hat and St. Anthony Club down the street, and you guys were all there having a little pizza and talking about everything, including life. This is still a great town, isn't it?
Yeah.
Old school, new school, all good.
Yeah, St. Anthony's is great. Mayor Pulby,
yeah,
she cooked for us. She made great pizza. Look, it's not Frank's, but police station and her, great pizza. She made wings for the kids, and she cooked for 100. We had the girls team, we had the boys teams, cheerleaders, a bunch of people from the school. So it was nice. I mean, she supports us. Those guys from St. Anthony's, the Wonder Bar, guys were all up there, Patsy, and it's nice the support they give us.
Do you ever kind of wonder what it would have been like? People always talk about LeBron and MJ and, Kobe there and then, and Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Have you ever thought about what it would be like for George Green or Kirby to actually get matched up against some of these kids today?
You know,
Come on.
You're funny because when we were at St. Anthony's, that's what we talked about. We were all there, the coaches, and the coaches are going, and some of the kids and some of the young coaches. Can Larry Bird play in today's game? And I'm not going to tell you where it went. You know, you can tell them what mine is. Can Michael Jordan play? So, different game.
But George Green he's a former Midland High School player.
Here's what it is. The force that he is, he'd still be a force. The force that some of those guys were, Roosevelt Kirby, Gomez,
McGlure.
There, you know, Ricky was a guard. You know, he's a good guard. He's a great guard. The Slappies.
Yeah.
But the force the big guys were. The Van Leer was a great guard, and Simi Hill. That is a difference with that they can hang with these guys. Skill level is blinking, and you know I had to adjust to that. I had to adjust to some of the range that these guys have now. These kids, you have to, you have to live with the makes and live with the misses.
Like Steph Curry, you think about him, how consistent he is. I mean, it's like routine.
So we went to a game once years ago, and I watched his pregame warm up. He does not move. He does not move till he makes 50. From there, I mean, we showed up. It's 4 hours before game. He's out there, full lather, and then they're just boom after another, and he's not standing there with his feet set. It's his, assistant coach is getting it to him. He's moving, he's hitting, and then he goes to another spot. I mean, he probably shoots, and Coach Lucas would know because he was with the Bucks. Probably shoots 500 shots before a game, maybe more than that. And there's a reason why they're so good. There's a reason why they can score like that. That's their job. 8-10 hours a day, year round. There's no, I'm not playing today. And that's what's special about Malay. Brandon's like that too. There's no days off. I don't feel good, I'm going to stay in bed. Nah, I don't want to do that. The special ones, the 527 or whatever it is, guys that are that special level in the NBA, that's who they are.
So let me ask you, recently I saw a headline that kind of made me think, boy, wouldn't it be great? Certain group may do a little, lean into the possibility of an NBA or WNBA team in Pittsburgh. I have said for the longest time, I think it would work. A lot of people disagree with me. I would love to see it work. Could it work?
I think, I don't know the money-wise what it would take for a franchise to be successful. I mean, I would imagine you would need, I don't know how many fits in Milwaukee. How many fits in Milwaukee's arena, Coach?
18,000.
18,000. You would need 18,000 every night, at the Pete, if they would play there. So
or PPG.
Or PPG. You would need that amount of people at the game, and the corporate money and all that. I think there's enough interest here. I don't know if there's 18,000 interest, but guys like me and some of my coaches, I know we would have tickets and season tickets, and guys like you.
Right.
Kids would love that, going down there and watching that, because Pitt does great crowds, man. They just they have great crowds. That zoo and the people around it. So yeah, I think there's a shot for it. I don't know about the WNBA. I don't know.
Listen. You know what's happening tonight, don't you? Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I know.
Tell him, going for the scoring record.
Yep, she is going for the scoring record.
That girl can hoop.
Yeah, she should stay another year. Because she'll make more money at Iowa than she will at the WNBA. But they should break the bank for her.
She's an amazing woman.
Yeah, she is. She's that good. And quality young lady, too.
No doubt. Okay, let's get back to the business at hand. People think this is easy. That you just show up and chalk up the wins. There's so much work that goes into it. But let me give you and all the folks a lot of credit on what you've done to this community, the new event center being built, and giving these young student athletes a chance to come to this incredible community and have a place to create memories that they'll take with them the rest of their life. So this recipe for success is much more than what you do on the floor.
It is. We talk about, I had a parent say to me, come and hug me last week and said, I want to tell you, changed my kid's life. I think you might save my kid's life. It has nothing to do about sports. It's about what Lincoln Park gave us.
That's it.
So yeah, it is. Are we the answer for every kid? I don't know, but most we are, and it's just it's a unique place, and with a bunch of unique people that work here. That care about kids. Coach Lucas and I were talking before about a couple kids. What are we going to do to help them go to the next level? And in the gym right there is Isaiah Smith and Sterling Moreland, ex-players. They come back and hang out and watch practice. So, and then one of my assistant coaches is Casey Oliver, who played for us too. All three of those guys won a state championship here with us. So, guys remember what we did for them. Guys remembered where we put them.
They won over
So
nine.
it was that's a big plus for me, that when kids come back and say, thank you for everything you did.
This whole journey that you've been on and you decided to do this, obviously everybody has regrets, but it has to be truly, as you look back on your life, the airlines and everything you've done, this has to be some of the greatest memories that you've ever had in times in your life.
It is. I've always been a basketball guy, and then I took a hiatus from it.
Right.
And the opportunity Dr. Trombetta gave me to come back, Nick Trombetta, we overachieved our dreams. I know we could be good here. I told them that when they were going, the people here at Midland, that we could win multiple WPL and state champions. Just give us a chance. And people, kind of scoffed a little bit, but we had some backing, and look where we're at. We started the season 17th or 18th in the country. We're still one of the best teams in the country. We just got invited to the City of Palms tournament next year, the 100% top basketball tournament in the country, and we're also been invited to the Hoopla Classic that's at College Hall of Fame, Nesbitt College Hall of Fame. So we'll play a big game up there, and it's because who we are. It's who we are. We now have a national reputation. So kids want to come here. Kids want to be part, not of basketball, but of this educational institution.
I got to ask you about the big story, obviously, what's happened to Aliquippa moving up to 5A. Big fan of Coach Warfield. I totally get where they're coming from. It makes no sense to me, but it is what it is what it is. You being in the game, what do you make of this thing?
Well, the little kept secret, we have 102, 104 boys here. We're single A, maybe the bottom end of double A, and we'll be 5A next year too. And we were 2A when we weren't 2A. We were 3A when we weren't 3A. We were 4A when we weren't 4A. Now we'll be 5A. I like Coach Warfield too, but we're going to show up. We're going to play where they put us.
And that's going to put a little chip on their shoulder too.
Oh yeah. I mean, Aliquippa can compete anywhere. I'm not going to go down that road. Aliquippa is so good.
They are.
They're so talented on the football field. They'll be fine. They really will. Is it fair? I don't know. But if it's not fair for them, it's not fair for us. It's not fair for some other. There's some other teams, Southern Columbia, to get away with what they get away with forever. But you know what? Aliquippa will show up to kick your butt, and then they'll move on to the next game.
So is it tough when you get to this time and some of these players who you have watched turn into young men are getting ready to say goodbye?
It is. What's tough is keeping their attention span going. Because even though it's playoff time, we've been doing this since November. We've been doing this since October. Hour and a half, 2 hours a day, every day. And basketball season's the longest season. It just is. Football, 3 months. Track's over in a month and a half. The rest of them. Basketball's a grind, man. To keep them interested. And winning helps, obviously.
Oh, yeah. It's so nice, though, being at St. Anthony Club with Nick Ravel and those guys, and everybody's talking about basketball in Midland. And it's now 2024, but I feel like it's 1984. I mean, some things change, but some things stay the same.
Right.
And what you've been able to do and what Mr. Trombetta did years ago and how the mayor, this unit, Midland Avenue on a Thursday night in February is hustling and bustling and busy, and stores, shops, eateries, and more to come. All of it, if you think about it, PA Cyber Lincoln Park, that's where this whole thing started.
No, absolutely. We're hoping that event center and the science building that we're building will bring more to the town, bring us sheets, bring a couple fast food restaurants, so people have a place to go. But this is, we're really excited about the event center, which is pictures on the wall up there.
Tell the audience about it again.
Yeah, it's a facility that's going to hold 18 to 2,000 people. It's going to have a state-of-the-art wellness center. It's going to have health science classrooms, and it's going to be not just for basketball, volleyball. It's going to be for we can have graduation there, hold 3,000 or 4,000 people, and concerts. So it's for the community to use. It's for a lot of the community events, but it's going to upgrade us to more unbelievable school.
Looking back on this year before you head to the playoffs, just memorable moments, turning points, things you saw that really made you feel pretty confident as you're getting ready to take on Freeport to begin the postseason?
Some big wins that we had, in our section. Some teams are a lot better than others. I mean, always the North Catholic games. They're just giant turnarounds. But I will tell you that North Catholic game at PBG, that was something. And that got us going in the right direction.
How about
we have not lost, take Newman Goretti out of the way.
Yep.
We have not lost a game here.
How special has it been for what Odyssey and KDK is doing with these games? It's awesome.
Oh, it is awesome. I mean, unfortunately, I don't think, the public didn't know a lot about it. So there was about 3,000 or 4,000 people there. But I think as years come, that's going to become a gigantic event up there at the PBG.
Yeah. And we're going to be doing a lot of special things. And again, the Allegheny Health Network Sports Medicine game tomorrow night. Avonworth and Highlands, those coaches with me after local news at 11 on KDKA. Anything you want to say to those fans out there that are worldwide?
Unfortunately, I don't think we can stream it tomorrow. We're gonna, the National Federation of High School Sports is going to have there, but try to get here, try to watch us somehow. I'm sure somebody will put it on Facebook. But, the Lincoln Park Leopards are just starting this run we're going to have. So come be a part of this fourth historic run that we're going to have.
You don't think Norm Van Leer could shut down some of these guys? In that little crouch position of his. He was pretty good, man.
I would like to see that. That would be pretty good. That would be fun. That would be fun to watch someone like that out, or bring that 19, which one is it? 74 Midland team here, play against his team.
Remember Willie Glover, too.
Yes. Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. These guys were solid. You had Torino, you had Mikey DiMaggio, you had all kind of other guards that were pretty good too.
Why don't you do some throwback unis one night?
We did that. We on the 50th anniversary of the '65 game, we played. Come on, tell me who they beat.
Stilton High Spire.
Stilton High Spire. We brought them, played them at the Dome, and we still have those uniforms.
No
the
kidding.
Midland throwbacks. All the kids wore the numbers from that year. We beat Stilton High Spire.
Can people buy this gear? Maybe at the event center? You think you might?
They will, that kind of gear, but there's multiple websites to buy Lincoln Park fan gear on there.
I love it. All right, go ahead. What were you going to say?
That's it.
No, before I let you go, I just can't tell you how much joy this brings me to come to this town, and I have a special place in my heart for this town. And one thing about this town, it never would be denied. Whenever anybody said they couldn't come back, they wouldn't make it, it was over. The mill shut down from Nick Trombetta to where we are today with Poobie and everyone else in this community. This community has a heart like a leopard. They just keep coming over and over. It's amazing.
Right. And we're not stopping. The Lincoln Park Leopards aren't stopping too. We're going to carry that along for a lot of years.
I could have told you that.
Yeah.
Coach, pleasure.
Well,
Here he
thank
is,
you, man.
Mike Baraski. They don't come much better. Love what they've done in this town. Mr. Trombetta got it rolling. It's still rolling today. This event center and much more to come, and I hope you'll stay with me right here. Don't forget, tomorrow it is our first Fish Fry Friday, that live broadcast at the Coons Market on McKnight Road. I'll be in for Paul Zeiss right after local news at 10. So if you're looking for a good fish sandwich, they've got some great places here in Midland, but come on out to McKnight Road and we'll break a little bread. Have a good evening, everybody.